The Life of a Rose, a video about flowers and about a flower company called Grower Direct. Our journey starts where you would expect, on the farm, where the life of a rose begins. As in any business, it is wise to start with as many natural advantages as you can. For the flower grower, that means rich volcanic soil, plenty of sunshine, warm days and cool nights, adequate humidity, and finally, a growing season that's year-round. And that's a good description of the tropical highlands of Colombia and Ecuador. This is the Bogota Plateau in central Colombia. It's a wide stretch of highland savanna nestled between two ranges of the Andes Mountains. The plateau is more than 9,000 feet above sea level and is only a few hundred miles from the equator.
Ladies and gentlemen, American Airlines welcomes you into Bogota.
This is nature's own flower garden. You might wonder, if this is such a wonderful, natural environment for flowers, why are these ones growing in the shelter of a greenhouse? In a word, the answer is control over humidity, light, and over temperature, especially during the chilly, even frosty nights which occur at this altitude. Then there's the issue of pest control. When it's needed, spraying is most effective and economic in a space that is, at least, partially enclosed. The life of a rose begins here, in beds of soil that have been sterilized, freshly turned and fertilized. In these conditions, producing a rose takes about 6 months from planting to first harvest. Nature and the farmer conspire to provide a rich diet of water, sunshine, and soil nutrients. At the same time, the field staff is tending and directing the plant's growth. Removing flower buds at this early stage of the plant's life helps to channel its energy into developing strong plants with sturdy stems and well-flowered roses.
That's pretty.
For people outside the industry, one of the mysteries of the flower trade is how we manage to deal with the huge fluctuations in demand. With the approach of Valentine's Day and Mother's Day comes an enormous rush for flowers. Of course, demand falls away once those occasions have passed. For many flower merchants, coping with these wild swings in both demand and supply means living with seasonal uncertainties, including flower prices that change with each consignment. By working with its suppliers, Grower Direct has resolved these problems. Because this one company serves so many outlets, it can place large, reliable standing orders, which are advantageous to both farmer and merchant. At the farm level, the secret to coping with changes to demand lies in something called the pinch.
I'll go and I'll cut right below this.
By trimming back a large number of plants at the same time, the grower can orchestrate his production, creating volume when he needs it.
So if I do this in every single stem of the plant, I'll have 5 or 6 flowers that are all the same age because they are stimulated the same day. That's the purpose of pinching. We concentrate production in 3 weeks, which is what we need.
Whether the timing has been left to nature or controlled through cultivation, when the rosebuds are ready, the pace of production accelerates dramatically. Moments after the stems are cut, the roses are immersed in water. They are boxed and then carted off to the farm's post-harvest facilities. This is a fairly typical post-harvest operation. Fresh-cut roses are inspected one by one. Expert hands strip away the outer guard petals. And stems are stripped of lower foliage.
Afterwards, we grade it right here. So this would be 50 centimeters. She puts
Roses
it
are
in the
graded by
place
type,
in the-
color,
in
length of stem,
that,
and
those
proportionate head
buckets,
size.
they have water there. The girl in charge of making the bunch will come and take them by 25s and do the bunch, or by dozens and do the bouquet or whatever.
This is another stage where the impact of Grower Direct's standing order can be seen. Because we are a large, reliable customer, we can specify, as part of the standing order, the kind of cleaning and stripping we require to satisfy our customers.
We rectify every cut in this machine, so that way we guarantee that every flower has a fresh cut before being put into water.
There's another bonus. Grower Direct's arrangement with these farmers means we're able to coordinate the cutting, processing, and shipping of these flowers with the movement of our Grower Direct trucks in and out of Miami. In the fight against time and distance, the flower industry's most popular weapons are water and temperature control. Once the bundles have been trimmed and wrapped, they go straight into these tanks. Here they'll soak up water or hydrate for at least 6 hours. Then they're wheeled into the cold room. They will continue to absorb water as the temperature is lowered. These flowers are cooled to within a few degrees of freezing. They're almost dormant, so that each rose has a longer cut life. Once they are fully cooled, the flowers are ready to be boxed and shipped. To maintain temperature, that's done here in the cold room. This provides another opportunity for the orders to be checked for quality and the mix of flowers specified in this particular order.
He has to check that the name of the variety is on top and the number is on top.
Shortly after the boxes are checked and bound, they are loaded into refrigerated trucks and taken to cold rooms at Bogota's International Airport. Within a few hours, they'll be on a night flight to Miami. So there you have it, the first phase in the life of a rose. Each step designed with a single purpose, ensuring that Grower Direct can offer its customers an excellent rose in excellent condition at an excellent price. Night flight to Miami. Sounds mysterious, but the timing of the cargo plane's descent into the south of Florida has a very sensible explanation. It's a matter of weather and the laws of physics and safety. This plane took off from the tropical highlands of South America just outside Bogota, Colombia. At high altitudes like this one, major flights are scheduled for the cooler evenings, when denser air means these big planes can get more lift and carry heavier payloads. For Grower Direct, that evening and nighttime flying requirement offers another advantage. After all, we want our flowers to stay cool. Planes like this are not equipped with refrigeration units, and once they reach Miami, their cargo is unloaded out onto the open tarmac. So, Much better if the unloading happens in the early morning before the heat of day takes hold. Miami is one of the busiest airports in the U.S., planes coming and going with all kinds of cargo. But one commodity stands out. By volume, flowers make up 40% of the cargo business that is done here. It's no wonder that Miami is considered the flower industry's primary gateway into North America. For Grower Direct, landing our flowers in Miami means less time in the air and excellent storage and handling facilities run by people who know our industry. And it means easy access to the continental transportation grid. When the loading doors on this jetliner swing open, the airport's cooler rooms are just minutes away.
Watch out your head, please.
It's a huge area. This one cool room can hold up to 60 pallets of cargo at a time and keep all of it just a degree or two above freezing. There's room in here not just to store all those flowers, but to carry out the required inspections for both U.S. Customs and the Federal Department of Agriculture. For Customs, every box of flowers is run through this X-ray machine. After clearing Customs, each load of flowers connects to this quality inspection area. Agriculture Department specialists sample each pallet looking for insects and disease. Only when these inspections are complete can the flowers be released for the next stage of their journey. Most of the flowers that reach here are headed for the open market, brought in by local importers, then sold to wholesalers across North America. This process can take days. For Grower Direct flowers, the path to the consumer is much more direct. Flowers purchased under our standing orders travel directly to you by way of our facilities in Miami. The staff at our Miami clearinghouse handles all our orders, checking, routing, and consolidating the mix of product for each Grower Direct outlet. The combinations will vary store to store and week to week. Some are our standing orders, some purchased on the open market here in Miami. The store operators adjust their own market orders through the home office sales department. There is a clear advantage to handling and consolidating the product in controlled conditions like these. We have a cold room capacity of 2,800 half boxes such as these. The coolers are equipped to control 3 critical variables: temperature, humidity, and the ethylene content in the air. As soon as a shipment of flowers reaches our Miami facility, we measure and record temperatures inside the boxes. In fact, some of these high-tech recording devices will travel all the way to Grower Direct stores in Canada to give us the full temperature profile.
Peel the back of them.
Using the special design features of these flower boxes, we are able to pre-cool our flowers as required with any handling. We want to be sure they leave here at optimum shipping temperatures. We sample product from each farm to ensure the flowers we ship meet international standards and our own Grower Direct specifications for quality. Once accepted, these boxes of flowers are sorted to match customer orders and carefully loaded into the appropriate trucks for shipping to the destination drop points. As incredible as it may seem, at this point, less than 60 hours have passed since our roses were harvested. Even here you can see Grower Direct has its own way of doing things. A standard 48-foot truck trailer like this can hold more flowers than ours will ever carry. We found that traveling just a little light and letting air circulate properly inside the trailer means fresher, healthier flowers at the end of the line. That kind of thinking is the hallmark of Grower Direct, another example of the way we do business. Like our investment in this inspection and shipping facility, it indicates Grower Direct's commitment to its retailers and to providing them with the quality and variety of products they need for success. The heart of that idea What makes it practical is another commitment to our standing orders with the growers of South America. Keep your eyes open. See how many 18-wheelers you meet with the colors of your local flower store 1,000 miles from home. How many? Not many at all. The Rose Runner doesn't handle all our goods by any means, but it does give us a direct, hands-on experience with this critical stage in the life of a rose. Moving a commodity like flowers all the way from South America to Canada, we need the smoothest, most cost-efficient system of transportation available, especially with so many far-flung Canadian destinations. Many people wonder why we don't just stick with air transport to cover all this distance the fastest possible way. The answer just isn't that simple. You've already seen how effectively we use air transport on the first leg of our flowers journey. But within North America, as efficient as the air transport system is, it just can't compete with trucks on the open highway. Briefly, here is the downside of air shipment. First, North America's air carriers just don't have the space that's needed for all the flowers our consumers demand. Second, there aren't many direct